What's happening, guys? My name is Brent, and I am the Fallible Man, and welcome to the Fallible Man YouTube channel, your home for all things man, husband, and father. Guys, we provide content to help men become the men they want to be. Welcome, and I'm so glad you're here, guys. And here is a question that we need to deal with is, what book should you be reading, guys? And here is the answer. I'm going to give you 3 books that every man, that's 3, count them, bam, 1, 2, 3. 3 books that every man should read. Now, some of them you're going to think are strange, but stick with me and I'll give you a brief overview, okay? Book number 1 that every man should be reading is Fortitude. I'm going to get this nice and close to the camera. Everybody can see that. All right. Fortitude by Congressman Dan Crenshaw. Now, guys, no politics, all right? Politics out. I hate talking politics, at least on camera. Okay? Dan Crenshaw is a former Navy SEAL who served multiple tours as a Navy SEAL and intelligence. I think, at least intelligence for the SEALs. He is now a congressman for the... I'm going to get this wrong. I believe it's the Houston, one of the congressional districts out of Houston, Texas. Congressman Crenshaw is in his 2nd term, I believe, starting with 2020. But Congressman Crenshaw is a decorated Navy SEAL who lost his eye in combat, and he wrote a terrific book called Fortitude, American Resilience in the Era of Outrage. Guys, if you're like me and you think that all this faux outrage crap that everybody's complaining about all the time and all of these people are whining about this and that, we've lost a lot of fortitude in America. And if you don't understand what that means, you really need to read the book even more. But guys, it doesn't matter what your politics are. This is a dynamite book. I think everybody should have to read it. In fact, I'm almost to the point where I would say this should be required reading in schools. Okay? So, bam. Get yourself a copy of Fortitude by Congressman Dan Crenshaw. It is an outstanding book that everybody needs to read. It absolutely is. And as a man, you certainly should be reading this. We are at a low for fortitude in the world. So guys, check it out and it will teach you how to be more resilient. The whole book is about teaching people to be more resilient than they are now. And that is so important right now. I believe you can get it on Amazon in hardback, softback. That's called paperback, isn't it? Hardback, paperback. You can also get, I believe, the Kindle version, and I'm not positive, but I think you can get the audiobook. You know I'm a big fan of audiobooks, so get you a copy of Fortitude and check it out, guys. Book number 2. I'll put a picture of it somewhere up here on the screen. It's called Extreme Ownership by Jocko. I'm just going to say Jocko. His last name's like Willink or Wink. I get his name wrong every single time. I swear to God, I don't think guy listens to my channel at all, but if he does, one of these days he's like going to punch me in the face because I screw up his last name every time I make a reference to him. Jocko has an incredible podcast. He writes awesome, actually, children's books. I have 3 or 4 of his children's books that I read with my kids that are just amazing children's books. But you need to go and get yourself a copy of Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and I believe Leaf. I'm sorry, guys. Look it up. It's easy to find on Amazon. It's a top seller, guys. You need to get yourself a copy of Extreme Ownership because it will change the way you live your life, and it is an awesome book. Everybody needs to read it. It goes hand in hand with Congressman Crenshaw's book Fortitude. In fact, they know each other, right? A Navy SEAL thing. I think Jocko was one of Congressman Crenshaw's instructors, if I heard the story right. So, guys, but the books complement each other really, really well. Get Fortitude, get Extreme Ownership, read them both. And finally, the last book I'm going to present to you is totally of a different spectrum. You need to read this book, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. Okay, this has been a bestseller forever and a day, guys. Now, before I totally lose you, right, because this is a men's channel, right? And this is not something we want to talk about or deal with. I am not actually saying you should read this book for romantic purposes. This book talks about basic needs of people, the way people act, the way people respond to things. This book has done as much for my relationships with friends and family members as it actually ever did for my marriage. Okay, the book is called The 5 Love Languages, and the premise is people have 5 primary love languages, and there's sub-languages in that. But there are 5 primary love languages. Guys, improving your communication should always be a huge, huge priority for you. This book will do that. Sorry, I hit my mic. This book will totally do that. You need to get this book and read it. It's a really easy read, but it will improve your ability to communicate with your friends, with your family members, with your coworkers, with your children if you have them, or your girlfriend, or your spouse. How many times can I hit the mic in one video? But guys, you need to read that book. It will improve your ability to communicate with people that you have to deal with every single day. I honestly understand my coworkers better because I read that book, and I work in IT. I'm not kidding. I'm not blowing smoke, guys. It's true. Every man needs to read these 3 books. So, recap. Fortitude, Congressman Dan Crenshaw. Get it, read it, love it. 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. Both available on Amazon. And Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. You need to read these books, guys. Every single man in the country or in the world needs to read these 3 books. They will change your life radically and your ability to be the man you want to be. Guys, thanks for spending a few minutes with me. My name is Brent. I am the Fallible Man, and I'll see you next time. Be better tomorrow because of what you do today.